I am extremely exhausted from a really crazy day, and I did a little henna design on my hand that's low-key not that great. Didn't turn out that great. So that you only get to see it twice, but it's drying now. Low-key, I like more natural henna typically, like when my grandma because there's something called like henna leaves, and then how it originates is you grind up those leaves and then make it into like a thick paste, and then that's the henna. But this is just like a concentrated version of that, and like a bunch of chemicals. But like I like the natural one. I mean, I don't know, it irritates my skin less, but I really just wanted to do it anyway. And to be honest, I had a really bad day. Not a very long one, but it was just filled with bad. Yeah, and I started thinking about, I was sitting out on the porch earlier and I was like thinking about this idea of failure and my relationship with it, because like I feel like people always talk about their relationship with their depression, with their anxiety, with their even grief, which is all good. That's, we should be bringing that up. But I think I guess at least in my world, I feel like we talk about like social aspects less, like my problem with failure, my problem with like I guess even holding a job would be like, yeah, if like instability, financial instability, like we need to be talking about all of those things more, in my opinion. But I was really, and I've never really analyzed this aspect of myself, to be honest. And I realized that, like, what is failure, right? Sure, it's like you don't succeed at something. You try something and then it doesn't happen. You were put out to achieve a goal and you didn't achieve the goal in the time that you wanted to, or ever. Like, is that really the problem here? Because I think the problem is us having the what if. Us, like, a lot of people talk about, even before the goal happens or the event happens, like you have all this buildup, this riled upness, I guess, in yourself to achieve that. But when you really put it into perspective, once you achieve that, it's not at least for me, it's never been this like great feeling. It's always been on to the next, And I think for people who function like that, especially in today's day and age where you don't really have time or room to celebrate anything, like you just got to keep on going, like on to the next, right? And I feel like that spells out like an accumulation of these feelings, these unprocessed feelings. And if we're always on like that go mindset, you never really get to properly reflect on how you felt about that goal. What were your successes in that goal? What were your failures in that goal? Did you achieve the goal as a whole? Were there certain things that you learned about later on that added to that goal, like, or made you want to like revisit it? Like, what I'm trying to say is there can't be a definition of failure. Like, it's too subjective. It's, if anything, like, how you kill like lots of like microbes and organisms as you like literally just walk and breathe, that would be something that would be affecting that, but not really. You could count that as a failure to humankind and another species. But we don't really, it's such a broad scale, it's such a spectrum that I don't think we really are looking at it in the right way. If anything, we should be looking forward to failure. We should be looking forward to failure because that's how you know you tried. Like, I feel like when you succeed at something, you're like, yay, I succeeded, right? Or like, yeah, okay, on to the next. But you don't really get to sit with like how you felt about it genuinely, like the satisfaction or anything like that. You're just like, trying to move forward. And yeah, I'll get back on the coughing fit. But what I was trying to say in the earlier clip was that we should be thankful to these failures. To be honest, we learn the most from those. And at least in my experience with my successes and my failures, I feel like I've learned way more and really understood more about myself and the topic on what I failed, or the goal, way more if I had failed than actually have succeeded. Because yes, when you do succeed, honestly, I feel like I have like more failures than successes at this time in my life. And I feel like a lot of people feel the same way, to be honest. But you learn, what I'm trying to say is you learn and comprehend the full experience of what you went through, a full experience of the experience, basically, when you fail. And I don't think it's such a horrible thing to admit that. I don't think, like, hey, failures suck. Yeah, they put you through this, but you learn a vast amount of knowledge from your failure than from your success. Yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. I think failure is such, like, it's so underexplored. I think that it's definitely something I've been interested in, and if it interests you, yay. But yeah, I think failure is something I've been, like, that concept has been something I struggle with a lot, especially in an academic way and in a, like, other people's expectations kind of way. And to have warped failure as well is something that I wanted to talk about. Like, a warped sense of failure, I feel like a lot of people have, especially me, you have like such high expectations of what you should be and what you should be doing in your head that it takes you a second to realize that the other people around you aren't really holding you to those expectations and rules. These rules you literally just made up in your head. And if you like just you failed the rule in your head and nobody is really holding you to that, or it doesn't really affect anybody else or even yourself in some sort of sense, then why are you so hung up on it? Why are you like, oh my god, I failed, these people must hate me, like, oh, da, 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 you know, like, why is that our first immediate reaction? Yeah, I don't know. I guess you could boil it down to like just the inner versus outer, like, not equilibrium, I guess. Like, they're in dissonance. At least for me, that's how I feel. And maybe other people can relate, but I feel like that maybe that could be the reason. I honestly don't know, but I think we all need to be talking about it more. And then we can even dissect failure into like different like subcategories, like I said, like expectation, outer expectations kind of failure, inner expectations kind of failure, time-wise failure, failure with past experiences, failure with potential new experiences. You can like branch it off into like this whole thing and really learn about it that way. I think that would be cool too. But yeah, I'm babbling. But well, oh my god, it's so awkward. Okay, bye. Thanks for listening.